Now we're getting into our bottom box. I'm hoping that we see the queen in here. There's capped brood, so she is laying, so hopefully we'll see some eggs and we'll know she's doing her job right. What's up, Ronan? So, as it stands, when I go queen hunting, I'm about 50%, even with the marked queen. I've not seen her, and I've gone back in and found her, so I'm hoping this will be a first time go, and we'll find her. So the first frame, looks like it's still just foundation. They've chewed some of the ends of it to use the wax. I wish they would use these end ones. They keep kind of smoke stacking up, just using the middle of these frames, or middle of these boxes. So now I'm getting into frames that were part of the original nucleus hive. So these have been worked. Lots of capped brood. So I don't know if this was old brood that just never hatched. I would have thought that the workers would have chewed through that and cleaned it out by now, so it makes me think that the queen is laying. It's an interesting pattern here. You can see it just around the top, so it looks like it potentially some old brood may have hatched here and new ones were laid around them. Lots of drones, don't see a queen. What you doing, Ronan? What? That's all right. I'm at the third frame. We got capped brood and capped drone brood. They're putting nectar in here. That's kind of concerning to me. They're putting nectar in the brood chamber like this. There's a good brood pattern there. You were looking at it while I was looking. But they are dropping nectar in those empty cells. Just some ladder comb. There's no more swarm cells. I can see what was a swarm cell here, and it was chewed through, so I would think there's a queen in here somewhere. So for any of you fellow beekeepers that are watching this, feel free to comment or send an email or post and let me know what you think is going on here, whether or not we have a queen or not if I don't see her. See a lot of waggle dances going on. So they are bringing in food. So here's a little bit of capped brood, but there's nectar and pollen in there as well. And what looks like it could be another capped swarm cell. So we may not have a queen, but we have a lot of workers. I don't see a big loss in numbers. So it makes me think that there is a queen in here laying, or there was a queen in here laying. I would love to see her and know that she's in here. I don't see any eggs. I don't see any larvae either. There is still some capped brood, but that capped brood should have hatched prior to now. If it wasn't new from a new queen, it should have hatched. I'm looking in here and it looks like I got some younger bees. They're typically fuzzier and white, which makes me think that they've recently hatched. There's more brood on here. There's a queen cup that's empty. A bunch of empty queen cups, which is good. Another one of those swarm cells that was chewed through. Here's a freshly chewed through drone brood. So I'm almost to the middle of the hive now on that bottom box, so I'm really looking to see the queen. Again, I don't see any eggs. I mean, it is possible that she's out on a mating flight. I'm really just trying to look for the specific movements of a queen. She moves a little bit different walking across the frame. I'm not seeing her on this one. You're right over there, Ronan?
Yeah.
So fortunately the weather's still holding out. We got some sun. Like I said, it's been raining for about a week. And haven't really been able to, bees haven't really been able to get out and do much except for breaks in the weather like this. Some more capped brood. They're not putting honey in here, or nectar in here, which is good. It means that they're keeping it reserved. It looks like there's another. Hey Ronan, here's a bee emerging. Right there. So they're working it. Workers are coming out. The bees are doing their thing. Just not seeing a queen. Don't see eggs. Like I said, Wasn't necessarily expecting to see eggs, but I am surprised to see capped brood. Like I said, gonna have to go in and do the math. Got too much going on and do it in my head right now. A little more capped brood in a good pattern. There's another swarm cell. But if there's a swarm cell, and it is capped, I would think that they feel overcrowded, but I don't know that they would swarm without a queen. So that makes me think that there's a queen in here. Just haven't seen her. It could be and for this one, I just might let them swarm because they don't seem to be filling the box up, but they're getting more workers. Could be that this queen that hatched is weak. Like I said, I don't see a lot of eggs. I don't see any eggs or anything in here. There's actually nectar below this brood. Sorry I'm being quiet and taking so long. I'm just trying to, really trying to find this, see if there's a queen in here. It's kind of concerning to not see one and then see this one big swarm cell, but it's only one swarm cell. Well, yes, we did see another one, but that one is definitely, it's big. So we're on frame 8. There is another swarm cell. But again, I don't see any eggs. It seems very odd to me that they are going to swarm if they're queenless. They may just hatch one of those swarms and take off with her. Well, that appears to be it for this box. Definitely a big swarm cell in this one. It looks like the last two are just foundation. I'll actually look at them though to maybe the queen's on there. I'm just running around checking things out. I don't see her. So 1, 2. They still only have 5 frames. I'm going to do another quick peek as I put this back. I am thinking that they went queenless, but had swarm cells and had new queens coming up. It's weird to me. First year beekeeping, people. This is what it's all about. It's all about learning. Definitely 2 big swarm cells, one on frame 7, one on frame 8. I'm going to take this one up to the camera again, let my mentor see it. I mean, that is definitely a swarm cell. Hopefully it's in frame. So as I put these back, I'm just going to do a real quick peek again. Like I said, a lot of times I miss the queen the first time around. I really do not see a queen here. It's a queen cup on frame 6, but it's dry. Check this one again. I have to look to see if there was any. Yeah, nothing on that one. And then another swarm cell on frame 4. I am thoroughly confused. So in looking for a queen, what I'm looking for is 2 things. One, her movement across the comb. She moves pretty deliberately, and she's pushed along by her court of several workers. Now those workers form like a wagon wheel shape around her, so I'm kind of looking for that shape as well as the movement. And I have seen neither. There's a lot of brood on this comb though. It appears to be they're putting nectar in there. This is the frame I would like to see her on because it's very empty. There's some drawn or some brood on it, and then an open brood chamber. I definitely am not seeing her. Well, doesn't mean they don't have one. It just means I'll have to continue following up. Really don't like not seeing the queen. I know it's not a necessity, but it's always good to know that she's there and laying eggs. So this has 7 frames worked, so it will definitely need another box, but they haven't touched these original frames. They are using the frames on this one. Couldn't figure out why it wouldn't sit flush. I still had my perch on there. And for this one, I said they have about 6 frames drawn out. I'd really like to see more. Since it looks like they're going to swarm, I'm probably going to keep this other box on top just to give them the room. So I'm going to have to put this other piece of foundation back in. I'm going to pause the video here. Alright, well, I'm back. I was unsuccessful at getting the foundation into the frame, so I just put the empty frame back in there to give them that same space. I'm going to come back a little bit later and I'll drop a new frame in there. I won't disturb the rest of the hive. I'll just crack the top box, put the frame in and leave them alone. So with that being said, I'll finish this hive up, I'll close it out, and then we'll move on to the next thing. right, well, everybody, that's it. We did the inspection of the hive. Everything's closed up. My intent going in here was to try to find the queen and see if she was laying. I did not find the queen. I did not see eggs. However, I did find some capped brood, which I did not expect to be there. Again, I'll have to find out exactly what that's all about, and I'll update you all on that and let you know if that's potentially that queen's eggs or if they were left over from the original queen. So today I'm going to go into my other hive as well, and I'll videotape that and let you know how it goes. Other than that, that's all I have for this hive. Thanks for watching the video. Remember, if you like what you see, subscribe to my videos, like the videos. I'll keep them coming. I appreciate you guys giving me feedback on what you're seeing. So without further ado, remember, every day is a new beginning.